Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Everything Now Network News Van. My name is Carlisle Schumacher, reporting live here from the van en route to a location to conduct some interviews so that we can find out what's going on here in our great city of New York. Welcome in, associate reporters. Y'all will be riding along with me to break these key stories before any other networks can get to them. Let's see who's in the van with me tonight. We got T.W. Rojas, we got Alagara, VTech versus the World, Crocodile, Bug with a Gyat, Rude Paul, Mokoi is here, Fort Venus, Machine Teeth, Ladle Larian is here as well, I Hamcat, Lavender Jones, of course, is here, Horse Gam WC, Popcorn Braden, Pants O'Clock, The Gamer Tot, Waddle Boo, Poop Hands, and the rest. Welcome in, associate reporters new and old. Your job tonight is to help me to report what is going on here. There are key human interest stories, stories that will excite, shock, and hopefully keep eyes locked to Everything Now Network News so those ratings stay going up. Now, we've got a variety of locations that we're going to be trying to visit today, but I'm going to need a reminder of where we're headed first. The van is en route somewhere, but can you remind me where our first interviews are taking place? Let's see, was it the disco club, the nursing home? That's right. Yes, it was the New York nursing home. Thank you very much, T.W. Rojas, for the reminder. There are some other great reminders in here. Perhaps we'll be visiting some of these other locations later on in the evening. But we're going to be starting out at the New York nursing home. Now, obviously, some of the great... Oh, sorry about that, folks. It seems that I'm getting a call right now. Thank goodness this is happening before we're live reporting on the scene. Give me just 1 second. Hi, you've got Carlisle Schumacher.
Hey, Carlisle, are you, Sorry.
Everything okay?
Yeah. Are you, going to the nursing home?
Yes, we're en route to the retirement, New York retirement community, the nursing home.
That's boring, man. You should go to, like, a arcade.
Well, it's not, it's really not supposed to be about me having fun. It's about, compelling stories. And I think some of the more wise and elderly statesmen here in New York may have some compelling stories about things that they've seen in New York, perhaps their treatment at these facilities. Some of them are known to potentially be mistreating the clientele. So these are the types of stories that I'm interested in covering.
You should, light a van on fire. And
I should light a van on fire?
Yeah, and, drive it into something, and you could report on that.
That sort of feels like it might be in the way of journalistic integrity, problematic.
Hey, you know what's the most important thing for journalistic integrity?
Telling the truth, even when it's hard.
Time.
Oh, I feel like we may have different definitions of that.
You should go to the Pepsi factory.
Who's this?
See how they make Pepsi.
This is my buddy.
Okay, is this a producer?
No, he's just a friend from
This
home.
is just a personal friend of yours?
High school.
And his idea is that I should go to the Pepsi factory and see how they make it?
Yeah, imagine seeing all the bottles and shit.
It's an interesting idea. You know what? Maybe after we finish up at the nursing home, we can swing by the Pepsi factory.
I know they make Coke. I want to compare notes.
Okay. Got it.
Is LCD Sound System in town right now? You should go to their concert.
I don't know. I'm not sure. You know what? I'm gonna let you go, I think, because we're I think pulling up to the nursing home now.
All right, we're hucking cans off a bridge right now. We'll see you.
Feels not very productive. Well, folks, I'm no longer on the phone with the studio. I'm gonna be hanging up my phone. We're en route to the nursing home, and before we get there, I just want to alert you to a variety of ways that you can interact in tonight's proceedings. I've noticed 2 of you have already subscribed to the show. Thank you so much for that. If we get 18 more subscriptions, we'll throw it over to our Gen Z reporter who's on the streets of New York, downtown, finding out what's going on with the young people here around town. So let's go ahead and get those subs and let's hit that goal so that we can hear some street takes. And, of course, if you subscribe, not only will you be helping us hit our goal, you can also submit your own breaking news stories, which we desperately rely on here to have eyes and ears all over New York. Producer, have we received any breaking stories from subscribers yet? No. Okay, great. Well, 2 of you already have the opportunity to submit your own stories. If you subscribe, you can submit a story, and I will read it live on the air. And there's also sound alerts and donation stuff and stuff that you'll figure out sort of as we go tonight. But thank you, Gassy Lad, for that subscription. I'm eager to hear what story you report. Let's get going to the retirement home. Here we are at the Now York Nursing Home. As you can see, some of the wonderful citizenry here in Now York have found themselves here in what will ultimately likely be their last abode in this life. Perhaps in the next one they'll find another, but for now we've got some old folks here, perhaps young at heart, and some staff, potentially some visitors, and one person who's requested to have an interview here on the news. Let's bring them out here and give them their introduction. Hi there.
Hey, hi. I'm Jamie. I'm one of the nurses here at the old folks home.
That's right. This is Jamie. His job is to take care of Grandma and Peepaw or whatever. Jamie, tell us about your experience here at this facility.
Well, I think I do a great job. I think I look after everyone, and everyone likes me. I've got pretty glowing reports about my bedside manner and making sure everyone's on the medicine when they're supposed to be and getting fed at the right times and turning over the beds and stuff. I do want to address this.
Oh no, it looks like somene's left the Halloween decorations out a little bit late in the year, huh, Jamie?
Haha. So yeah, no. Unfortunately, this is Mr. Jacobson, and he, unfortunately, he's just a skull now. That's not. What events led to what we're seeing here, Jamie? Because if I'm understanding you right, this is a human skull that you are holding right now. Yeah. So. Someone, doesn't matter who, watched Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That was one of the things we were all watching here. The old folks love it because they remember when Bugs Bunny was like relevant. And someone got the idea of like, we should try to make the dip.
The dip, of course, for those of us at home who aren't familiar with Who Framed Roger Rabbit, is sort of like a glowing green acid that melts the skin off of those who were to fall into it. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much exactly it. So whoever tried to make the dip, just, what's glowing green acid? Well, probably nuclear waste and and acidic nuclear waste. And so then we got to see if it works, right?
I don't know that I necessarily follow you there, Jamie. When you say we gotta see if it works, help me understand what you mean.
Just like once you make it, you're like, well, that's cool, but what is it if it's a prop? That's not that interesting. If it's functioning dip, then that's interesting.
And when you say, I don't mean to reverse the tape a little bit here, but when you say when we make it, now a moment ago it sounded like what the process you were describing was going and finding nuclear waste and then you just kind of have it. Was there a process in creating the dip beyond just finding nuclear waste and then dipping someone in it?
I think that is a process in itself. That's
not really making it though, right?
I mean, I guess it's not making it from scratch, but it's like if you go and buy the ingredients for a sandwich and then make a sandwich, you're still making a sandwich.
Sure, but if you go and buy a sandwich, you're not making a sandwich.
Basically, we threw him in there. Anyone could have been doing that. Just a bunch of people threw him in there, and he did eventually turn into this is all we were able to fish out. I didn't want to touch too much of the thing because it was gross and scary.
I was going to ask, it sounds like only the skull was recovered. Do we have any idea of what happened with the rest of Mr. Jameson's body?
Jacobs, and I would assume disintegrated. I'm kind of was too afraid to get in there, but I'm now sort of I'm on probation right now.
Oh!
And I think that's not really fair. I don't know why we'd clap for that.
I'm not sure why we're clapping for that. It seems like you got something of a pop from the other staff members here.
So I just want to clarify that this was something the whole nursing home was kind of really jazzed about. We were all really excited about this. We thought it was going to be really fun and cool. And so,
what did you expect to happen?
I thought his eyes were going to get really big, and he was going to start whistling like a cartoon wolf, and then he was going to maybe dance or something.
It's interesting. That's not what happens in the movie.
They just do disintegrate in the movie,
right?
huh?
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking
pretty
about
much.
that.
That is pretty much what happens.
Yeah, well, I wasn't paying too much attention during the movie because me and all the Jamaican nurses were playing cards, but I do think this is hindsight 2020, you know. We all can after the fact say, okay, I should have not dumped a patient here, I don't know what we call him, into a big vat of acid, but it's like
resident probably.
It's like you can only find that stuff out through trial and error.
I don't know that that's necessarily true, but I appreciate your perspective on the matter. Now, while we've still got you here, and I understand that you're on break right now, you got to get back to work, is there anything for those of us who are considering putting maybe our own loved ones, our parents, our grandparents, into a facility like this because they keep calling us, asking us, when are you going to have kids? What's going on? You don't seem to date much. You got to get out more. All you seem to do is work. You come home, you drink a lot. You got to stop drinking so much. Why don't you get on the apps? Why don't you take a dance class? You're never going to have kids if you don't get out more. For those of us who might have a loved one like that in our life and are considering putting them into a home, what do you think about a plan like that?
Why do they know you're
Hold on
drinking
one
at home?
second.
Why are they aware of what you do at home? Do you live with them?
I'm getting it. This is a hypothetical person.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
And I'm also hypothetically the guy who did this.
You've got Schumacher.
Hey, it's the studio.
Hi, yes. I'm actually on the air right now, so is this an emergency?
Yeah, this news story's boring. Snooze.
Oh, yeah, well, we're wrapping it up. I found it kind of compelling. This guy essentially admitted to murder on the air.
I heard that Styx is playing the Forum. Now, what's your report on that? It's going to be nuts.
Are you hearing this?
Styx is playing the Forum?
It's going to be
Something's
crazy.
happening with my phone. Yeah, I mean, that sounds cool, but it's, I'm already kind of here, and that also, I'm not sure what the story is beyond what sounds like public information that there's a band playing at a venue.
Is there like a spaceship being launched or something? They're always launching spaceships around here. What's your report on that? You're talking to some dude holding a skull?
Yeah.
Yawn.
Okay.
Yawn, snooze.
Well, you know what? We're actually just wrapping up this interview. I think the interview after this is going to be maybe more compelling. So I'll do my best.
I'm yawning.
Okay, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to hang up now.
I agree this is boring. I think this was like a total non-issue and we should just chalk it up to, things happen. Look, if your parents, who I guess you live with, are noticing that you come home every day and drink and refuse to socialize, yeah, bring them right here. Bring them into our nursing home. I can guarantee you we will not be dipping anyone in a vat of acid here ever again. We've trialed it. We've seen the error, and now we're moving on. That's never going to happen again.
And that's a Now York Acres guarantee. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today. I really hope that no one else gets killed in acid.
Absolutely. I don't think anyone else will be killed in acid. I'm going to go do one of those medieval stretching things, just to kind of test it out.
Okay.
You know the thing where you stretch the people?
Yep.
I'm going to do that with the most brittle man we have.
Oh, you're not going to do it on yourself?
No, that'd be crazy.
Okay, well.
Sound like a freak.
Sort of a frightening prospect, but that's the reality here when we got boots on the ground here right now at the Now York Nursing Home. Breaking stories all the time. Speaking of breaking stories, producer, do we have any breaking stories submitted to us by our subscribers? No. Still no. 3 subs in, not a single story submitted. Folks, if you subscribe to the show, you can submit your own breaking story, and I will be compelled to read them live on the air. So consider subscribing to the show and consider submitting your own story. I'm eager to hear what it is that you're reporting on from wherever you are in the world. But in the meantime, I think it's time to bring in our next interviewee. I believe it's a resident of Now York Acres. So, yeah, come on. No, don't be shy. Some of these folks are camera shy. Some of them were born before cameras were invented. They're a little afraid of them. It's
I'm
okay.
not shy.
Hi there. Okay.
I'm not shy.
Okay. No, this one's a firecracker.
I'll say that much.
Do you want to introduce yourself to the people at home?
Hi, I'm Rick Levitz. I like to fuck.
Oh, Rick. Mr. Evans, thank you. We try not to use that sort of language on the news.
I like to fornicate.
That's okay. Wow. And these are the realities of a communal living space like this. People are going to get... Now, Rick, are you... I take it that you are single and ready to mingle. You're a bachelor. Is that a fair assessment?
I have 4 ladies in rotation.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm glad that weird-ass drug addict kid Jamie killed Mr. Jacobson, because he was kind of ruining my flow, if you know what I mean. He was hung.
I don't know that... Oh, okay. Now I do know what you mean. You were very explicit about it towards the end of that statement. Now, Rick, I think some of us at home maybe recoil a little bit at the thought of people that we see as a grandma or grandpa having a robust sexual life after they move into a place like this. Can you help us dispel some of that notion? What is it? It can be beautiful, can it not?
It can be beautiful, and I'll say this much. Please don't send your fucking mom and pop here, because I'm getting a lot, okay? And I don't want anyone coming in, taking my punani, okay? So, please leave me swimming in these waters on my own.
Understood. Now, Rick, of course, obviously, there's much more to women than the, as you put it, punani. I'm sure a person of your age comes to appreciate the finer things, the nuances of a romantic relationship like that. What do you look for when you're looking for a lass here at Now York Acres?
If she's still tight. What? I have a good sense of humor.
Okay, Mr. Evans is just joking around, folks. And speaking of joking around, now, obviously, you can't be spending all your time boinking around here. Now, there's got to be some other fun activities. I see some people are playing chess back behind us right now. What else do you like to get up to here when you're not knocking boots, Mr. Evans?
Well, I like to keep fit. I go on walks, I brush my teeth, and I fuck.
Got it. Wow, short list. Brushing teeth, not something I would generally consider a hobby, more of a function of personal hygiene, but I guess you got to fill the day somehow. Now, something else I've always personally wondered, what's the food situation in here? Now, I come from a place, in school, cafeteria food could be a little bit nasty. Do you find that the food here is okay?
It keeps me active. It keeps me going. I eat my mashed potatoes. I eat my peas. Pretty good. And then I'm ready to fuck.
Okay, wow. So it does feel like most of what's happening, at least in your life here, Mr. Evans, is in service of sex, without, not having a better way of putting that. But some people might be coming to these places looking for fulfillment in other ways, be it the sense of community that comes with living around other people, or the independence that comes with having people around to dote on them. Help me understand what, if not sex, you would be doing here.
If not sex, I'd probably kill myself.
Okay, wow. Got it, Mr. Evans. Now, some people might be afraid to go into a facility like this. If you're someone like a parent who has a son who's suggested going into a facility like this, how might you go about convincing someone who's a little maybe reluctant to move on to that stage in life? How would you pitch a place like Now York Acres to someone who's maybe a little bit nervous about coming to a facility like this?
It's like Matthew McConaughey in Dazed and Confused says. They keep getting older, and I keep fucking them.
What more is there really to say? Mr. Evans, I understand that you've got something of an appointment, and you've left it fairly big. Oh, goodness, are you all right? Are you okay, Mr. Evans? Do we need to get somebody? Mr. Evans, are you all right?
I'm kidding, I feel good, I want to fuck.
Okay, all right. Well, I want to let you get back to whatever it is you've got planned for this afternoon, but I want to give you an opportunity. We've got a lot of people at home, some young people. Maybe there's some wisdom in all of your years of experience on this earth, Mr. Evans. Is there anything you want to tell the people at home, any regrets that you have, any pieces of wisdom to share with the younger generation?
Double wrap it.
And is that a lesson you learned the hard way, Mr. Evans?
Absolutely. I got like 18 kids.
Wow.
Bro's still shooting.
Wow. Prolific rope shooter, Mr. Evans.
As Pacino fucked up. He gotta fucking take care of some rugrat. He was just trying to get his dick wet with a waitress in Tribeca.
And I think we all can share in that wisdom. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Evans. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. Good luck with. Oh, okay. I see a salty looking woman right over there making eyes at you. I don't want to get in the way of that.
Salty looking.
I'll lick it right off of her.
Okay. All right. And I see that we've gotten a $5 donation, which means we are going to be bringing in an expert here to share a little bit more insight about what it is that's happening here at Now York Acres, which is, of course, the nursing home we find ourselves in right now. And a reminder to our viewers at home, if you want to call in an expert, we can remotely connect them telephonically with a video component to get some more insight. So consider donating $5 for that. I also saw that we have some viewer-submitted stories that have come across the wire here thanks to some subscriptions. Here's one from associate reporter Gassy Ladd who says, breaking, old people are still awesome. Call your grandparents. Yes. Yes, and that could not be more evident than after my conversation with Mr. Evans there. But we've got other stories here submitted by our subscribers, and look at that. We've already got 6 subscriptions, only 14 away from our goal. This story comes to us from associate reporter Awesome Sauce, who says, breaking, sad man crashes out a little bit live on TV because his family wants better for him. Interesting. I'm not sure who that's about. Hopefully more details come to follow about who that sad man is. Frankly, I feel bad for him. I know how hard it can be to have to be on TV, and I couldn't imagine crashing out like that. That would be incredibly mortifying. We've got a couple more stories here. Oh, here's one from associate reporter Awesome Sauce who says, STD outbreak runs rampant in Now York nursing home. Oh, no. Oh, goodness. I wish Mr. Evans could have been here to hear that story. Perhaps, I suppose his double rapid advice rings truer than ever after that story. But I believe we're just about to hear from our expert in a moment. That comes to us after this story from associate reporter Magical Bonbons, who says, breaking, reporter wanted to wait to make a call back but felt pressured into writing something. Interesting. What does that mean? Reporter wanted to wait to make a call back, but felt pressured into writing something. Got it. Okay, understood, Magical Bonbons. Thank you for that reporting. And thank you to whomever just gifted 10 subscriptions. That's much appreciated. Producer, do we know who it was that gifted those 10 subs?
Anonymous.
Anonymous. Incredible. Incredible generosity, and even more so to do something like that without taking any credit at all. Associate reporter Brando 2600 and TW Rojas, thank you for those 5 additional gifted. Brando is reporting that a strange man was found inside a news van. What he doing? I hope that's not about our news van. We should probably get back to the van soon. But we've got a few more stories to break here. Thank you for that reporting, Brando. If we can get more details about this strange man, figure out what he looks like, maybe get a physical description so we can make sure that he's not breaking into the Now York Network News van, that would be crucial. And look at that, we've hit our goal. But before we throw it over to Street Takes, there's a few more interviews I'd like to do here at the nursing home, and we've got to talk to our expert. I think I can patch them in now. Hi, yes, is this Mr. Shrapnel?
Yes, hello, am I talking with Mr. Schumacher?
Indeed you are, Mr. Shrapnel. You're coming in clear. Do we have Shrapnel's mic on?
Yep.
Excellent.
We do. All right, Mr. Schumacher, it's nice to be with you. I am an expert on old people. I thought I could help with maybe some of the reporting here.
Thank you so much. Yes, I don't know. Honestly, I don't have that many elderly people in my own life, so to have your insights would be great. Now, did you want to sit in on this next interview, or was there just some...
No, I could just give you a couple tips on how to identify old people, if you don't mind. I could just give those.
You mean just pick them out of a crowd?
Yes, yeah.
Oh.
Sometimes it's hard to tell if they're old or not, and I have some ways that you can identify them.
To be honest, I feel... Well, no, I guess go ahead, sure.
First off, most old people, their hair starts to change color to a kind of grayish color, unless they've dyed it. But it naturally will gray, and it will look gray.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I kind of got that.
Oh, I'm sorry, are you the expert, or am I the expert?
I apologize,
Okay.
Mr. Shrapnel. Please, continue with your insights.
Yes. Another way to identify an old person is they may have wrinkles on their face and or body.
Right. Okay. Yes, that aligns with my experience so far.
Do you even fucking need my help?
I don't know, man. It just kind of seems like what you're saying is things that are fairly common sense.
You called me to be an expert. I'm giving you the facts.
I was assuming that you were going to have some statistics about the experiences of elderly people in New York or something like that. Something that, data-driven that would be beyond the scope of what a layman's understanding of an elderly person would be.
90% of elderly people have wrinkles.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Shrapnel. I think your insights are no longer needed. Well, there you have it, folks. Some incredible insights from an expert on the elderly. And speaking of incredible insights, I'm very excited for this next interview. Let's go ahead and bring out our next interview. Yep. Come right on over. Hi there.
Why, hello there.
Hi, yes, welcome.
Pleasure to meet you.
Likewise, Carlisle Schumacher.
I'm Robert Violence.
Now,
nice to meet you.
Robert Violence. Now, I think probably some of our viewers are wondering, a guy with the name Violence, what's he doing in a nursing home? But I'm sure you can explain that.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm Roller Coaster's #1 fan. I love roller coasters.
That's right. We have the #1 fan of roller coasters right here at Now York's nursing home, Now York Acres. Now, for those of our viewers at home who are thinking, a roller coaster fan, now, I'm pretty sure these people couldn't even get on a roller coaster without breaking a hip. Tell us why you find yourself at the nursing home today.
Well, it's a sad story. Mm-hmm. My family doesn't want me. They said talking too much about roller coasters and you're hurting too many people.
That's right. It's a tragic story and one that's not talked about often enough. Some people are institutionalized in these nursing homes without actually being elderly or retired.
Give it the go ahead.
It is not common knowledge, but there's actually no upper age limit or lower age limit for a person to reside in one of these homes. And it sounds like what happened to you is your family decided it was time for you to be essentially put in this home. Is that a fair assessment?
That is correct. And we just had one successful assassination. Thank you very much, everybody.
I'm sorry? I'm sorry, what?
Thank you so much. I couldn't have done without the help of everybody here.
I think I may have misheard.
Everybody here.
You said you just had a successful what?
Assassination.
I see. Mr. Violence.
I'll tell you what. Name any roller coaster.
Name any roller coaster. Gosh. Well, I mean, I suppose the first one that comes to mind is the Superman roller coaster at Six Flags Great America. Oh, well, there's one in Great Adventure here. Or not here, but in Los Angeles, I believe.
Yeah, I've never been there. I've only been to the one in New Jersey.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. I was thinking of the one that was in Gurnee, Illinois. But regardless, it seems that the Superman roller coaster is fairly well known at all these parks, so that would be my pick.
Yeah.
Was there a second part of this? You asked me to name a roller coaster?
Big fan of the Superman roller coaster in Six Flags Great Adventure.
Got it. Okay, so you just wanted to let us know that you're familiar with that roller coaster.
Yeah, thank you. I've been to Six Flags Great Adventure and I've been to Hershey Park.
Incredible stuff. Well, I think probably some of our viewers at home are curious.
Give it the go ahead.
For somebody who lives in a retirement community that's probably surrounded by people who are quite a few years older than you, what are some of the unique experiences that you have as what is probably the youngest person living in this community?
Well, it's wrangling them in to get to sleep.
Help me understand what you mean by that.
Wrangling them in to get to sleep. Sometimes they're out in the yard and they don't want to go into sleep, so you got to wrangle them up.
I see. So you're taking on something of a staff position, even though you're a resident here.
A bit of a staff position, yes.
I see. And a volunteer basis?
Yeah, totally volunteer. I make money doing other stuff, mostly assassinations, and my YouTube channel where I talk about theme parks.
Now, you've mentioned this a couple of times. I'd be remiss not to ask, what is the deal with these assassinations? You're bringing them up. It's making me very nervous.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? The most tragic assassination that's ever happened is the knocking down of King Dakar at Six Flags Great Adventure. Why build it if they're gonna knock it down? You know, it was the tallest and fastest roller coaster in the dang world.
I see. Okay, so now we're getting some clarification. When you're talking about assassinations, you are actually not talking about
give it the go ahead.
The killing of public figures, JFK, MLK, but actually roller coasters being decommissioned. Is that a fair understanding?
Precisely.
Got it. Okay, well, that verbiage, assassination, you can probably understand how that might raise some alarm bells when it's heard on the news.
Give it the go-ahead.
And who are you speaking to? I've noticed you've turned away to speak into what looks like a radio or some sort of walkie-talkie a couple times. Can you give us some insight on who it is you're speaking with?
Yes, this is a direct line to Pete Hegseth.
Pete Hegseth, current Secretary of Defense of the United States in the Trump administration. What is it that you're speaking with Mr. Hegseth about?
Yeah, roller coasters.
Got it. And
roller coasters.
And I assume that this line, this walkie-talkie line, is encrypted in some way. It's protected because Mr. Hegseth would never communicate about formal official government policy over some sort of unprotected piece of technology.
Absolutely not. Besides me, Pete, and some of the neighborhood kids who got the same type of walkie-talkie and could get on the same channel, there's nobody that can hear these messages.
Got it. And what are some of the safeguards that you've taken to ensure that security?
Well, I'll show you right now. Hey, kids, get off the line.
Okay. Now, some folks at home might be thinking, a couple neighborhood kids being on that line, that feels like potentially a lapse in judgment for our national security. If our Secretary of Defense is talking over a walkie-talkie that can be accessed by neighborhood children, maybe we should be worried about what other security threats are taking place in our nation right now. How can you put those worries to bed?
Well, I'll just say this. Six Flags Great Adventure, buy one, get one with a can of Coke. That's all I'll say about that.
Okay. Mr. Violence, it sounds like you've got a really busy day ahead of you, so I don't want to take you too much more time, but is there any message that you'd like to impart to the people of New York before we let you go?
Yeah, if you do not undemolish King Dakar, there will be hell to pay, and that's Bobby Violence saying that. So you better be careful, because you know Bobby Violence doesn't come to play. He comes to win the whole thing.
You heard it here first, folks. Mr. Violence, it's been a pleasure.
Great honor.
Good luck out there.
Do it.
You heard it here first, folks, from the volunteer staff member and current resident of New York Acres, Bobby Violence, whose profession seems to be preventing the decommissioning of roller coasters with current Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. Folks, we've got some more breaking stories coming in from our subscribers, and just because we've hit our goal doesn't mean that you don't have the opportunity to continue subscribing and continue submitting your stories. This news network survives on independent journalism like this story coming to us from subscriber. Let's have a look now. This story coming to us from associate reporter T.W. Rojas, who says, local woman hysterical after being unable to find boyfriend. She went to check, but man door hand hook car door. Yes. What?
Yeah.
She went to check, but man door hand hook car door. Exactly.
Man door hand hook car door.
She went to check, but man door hand hook car door. Local woman hysterical after being unable to find boyfriend. She went to check, but man door hand hook car door.
Man door hand hook car door.
Man door hand hook car door. And these are the types of story that keep the lights on here at New York Network News. So please, despite having hit our sub goal, continue to subscribe to the show and continue to submit those stories. I will be breaking them all night long. But before we head to Street Takes, even though we have hit our goal, we have one more interview that we have to get on the air. So please, without further ado, come on out. Hi there. Carlisle Schumacher with Everything Now Network. Hi there, sir.
Hi, I'm King Diamond.
Come on over here, Mr. Diamond. No, that's fine. Now, Mr. Diamond, for those of our viewers at home who might not recognize you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're doing here at New York Acres?
Yes, I'm cornball music man, King Diamond. I'm here flyering for my off-Broadway show, Scary Man, Scary Life. And my wife lives here, so I'm also here to fuck.
Oh, wow. Okay, wow. Sort of a twofer. Now, obviously, the arts are incredibly important, and sometimes the people who live in these facilities aren't exposed to the arts because, it's not a movie theater. The theater isn't here in this building. Can you tell us about why someone... Oh, and I noticed that you've started smoking a cigarette, and I'm not sure if that's allowed in this facility.
I'm allowed. I fuck here.
I don't know necessarily that logic tracks, but I'm not going to push back on it. What I will ask you is to tell us a little bit more about your play and how it might be resonating with the residents here at Now York Acres.
Well, I practice quite a bit here, mostly in corpse paint. I'm sort of out of it right now, just got hopped out of the shower.
I see. Okay. Well, the question was...
Great.
The question was if you could tell us a little bit more, and no spoilers, please, tell us a little bit more about the show and what parts of it or themes might resonate with the more elderly audience here at Now York Acres.
Great, now I understand.
Perfect. And would you like to go ahead and answer the question?
Sure. It's a Q&A. It's mostly a Q&A, and so anybody here is allowed to come. Anybody's allowed to ask whatever they want. Nobody's doing podcast stuff off Broadway. That's what I've noticed.
I've noticed that as well. And now some critics are saying the interactive elements of a show like this make it feel lazy, like the person who wrote it and produced it didn't have much of an idea and is relying on interaction with the audience to sort of fill the gaps. To those who with criticisms like that, what do you say?
I say I've had a long career of cornball music, and that allows me to do whatever I want artistically from now on. Don't you think?
I couldn't agree more. I think that interactive content is actually the future, and just because half of your show happens to be the audience saying shit and then you repeating it back to them doesn't make it any less valid of an art form. In fact, some people might find it to be even more compelling.
I don't know about that.
What?
Now, I've heard that in this show that you've produced, not only is there a Q&A section, but there's actually a part where you go into the audience and interact with them themselves. Can you interact with the audience in the crowd? Can you tell us a little bit about what happens during that segment?
Sure. That's generally my bathroom break. No one else gets a bathroom. There's no intermission for the show, so that's my time to get through the audience. There's a lot of them, and then I get to go to the bathroom.
Right, and I know there were a couple of reviews I saw for the early showings of of this show that people were complaining, oh, I got bathroom on me when the performer came out. Urine and feces were on me because it seemed like the performer was using the audience like a toilet. How do you respond to those criticisms?
Well, I'd say move out of the way or I'm going. Because there's too many people there's too many people at the show. If fewer people wanted to come, I'd be fine with it. But generally, I've got a weak bladder and a bad bathroom etiquette.
And who are we to fault you for that? Some of our greatest artists have had issues with containing their bowels, with incontinence, things like this. And I don't think people should be shamed for that sort of thing.
Absolutely not.
I mean, who among us here at Now York Acres still has control of their bowels? Raise your hand.
What's that? Huh?
I don't see a single hand raised.
What?
The woman in the back won't even look at us.
What?
I noticed that too. Now, it's not clear whether or not they heard us, but the point remains. Now, tickets are on sale right now, and some people have been raising an eyebrow at the $300 ticket price for what amounts to be a one-man show. How can you justify prices that high? Is there a selling point that makes it worth the cost of admission?
Absolutely not. It's there so you don't come. It's there so you don't come.
Don't come.
Don't come!
Got it. So your perspective is that if fewer people were to come to the show, it would create more room for you to go to the bathroom without having to get any of the urine or feces on the audience. Is that a fair assessment?
That's what we've established.
And we can't go back on it now.
We can't go back now.
Now, there is a musical number, and again, I don't want to spoil anything about the show, but can you tell us about the decision to make the music a dubstep song? Now, obviously, a lot of times in musical theater, we don't see dubstep as a genre. What made you decide to use dubstep in your production?
Well, it's something I've just found out about myself. I'm working on a new album, and I'm generally 10 years behind the times. So I said, why didn't King Diamond give it a shot?
That's right. And you uniquely produced this dubstep album without instruments, using only your mouth sounds. And I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I think a lot of our viewers at home are eager to hear what it sounds like when somebody does dubstep using only their mouth. Could you give us a taste?
Sure. It's a lot of build-up. If you've ever heard my other music, there's a lot. It's very theatrical. So think of this as theatrical dubstep.
Right, and that's what you've described as a new genre that you've been pioneering. Well, like I said, I don't want to give too much away from the show. Obviously, if you want this full effect of the theatrical dubstep, the potty break in the middle, the musical number, all of that, you're going to have to pay $300 and see the show, although
don't come!
Mr. Diamond would encourage you not to. Is there anything else before I let you go, Mr. Diamond, that you want to tell the people at home either about yourself or about the show?
Oh, God, no.
Great. All right, Mr. Diamond. Well, thank you so much for your time. Take care. Wow. Artists, folks. Can't live with them, can't live without them, and can't live without these incredible residents here at the Now York Nursing Home, Now York Acres. What a pleasure it has been to be invited into their home for just a moment and hear some of these incredible stories. But it's time now to hear some more incredible stories from our Gen Z reporter on the streets of Now York. So we're going to be turning it over to him in just a minute as we've shattered our sub goal by 2 subscriptions. And speaking of those subscriptions, I think we've actually got a couple more breaking stories submitted by you, our subscribers. Let's have a look at what those stories are. Coming in over the wire right now, this comes to us from associate reporter Awesome Sauce, who says studies have found Now York cigarettes have no nicotine in them, and addiction to them is from a placebo effect. Wow. Wow, that's great. That's great news. I'm going to start smoking, I think.
It's all in your head. We're making it up.
It's psychosomatic. Incredible stuff. Any other stories, producer? Any other breaking stories?
No.
That's it. Well, folks, thank you for that last subscription who just came in from Stagnation. We're going to throw it over now to our Gen Z reporter for some street takes, and then probably head to the studio where Donald Barbosa will be breaking stories. Oh.
New guy this time.
We've got a new anchor, so you're not going to want to go anywhere. We're going to find out who that new anchor is, but now it's time.
I'm really good at this.
Now it's time for Street Takes. We'll see you back after that.
What's up? Don't you do the bumper normally?
Oh, sure.
Now we can do it. What's up, TikTok? What's up, YouTube? And what's up to the extra Chinese TikTok? I'm out here on the street asking people questions. figuring out stuff. We were doing what's the best pet earlier. We've also done what are you listening to right now. We've done how much do you pay for your apartment, stuff like that. So let's go ahead and let's get some. What do we got here? What do we got? Worst sandwich? Yellow on orange is crazy. Thank you. What you slacking on? Dream job? Do you have a job? Worst fashion trend. Ooh, what's your morning routine? Thank you so much to the Jaggernaut. What's your morning routine? I know for me, I'm rolling out of bed, I'm doing about 45 minutes of skincare that somehow is completely ineffective, and then I am walking outside and trying to make these videos so I can make exactly $15 a month on YouTube. But I'm gonna go ahead and ask other people, what is their morning routine? Hey man, what's up? I'm asking people what's their morning routine.
Oh shit. I haunt the dreams of all of the children of the town.
Wait, what? You haunt the dreams of the children of the town?
Yeah, well, specifically the children of the adults who killed my former self. I haunt their dreams.
What do you do in the afternoon?
Fuck.
What's up, dude? We're going around asking people, what is your morning routine?
I'm on that waking up type shit.
You're on that waking up type shit?
I'm on that type shit.
I think everyone's on that. But then what happens
I'm on that beep, 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 beep. Type shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right, but then what? That's beep, beep, beep. That's sort of
ear type shit, you know what I'm saying?
We're getting closer to the actions you do after waking up.
Oh.
You wipe the sleep out of your eyes. What's next? You check. You're opening a curtain. You're looking out your window.
Type shit.
What's up, dude? Yeah, we're just going around asking people, what's your morning routine?
Oh, nice. I scalp Pokemon cards.
You scalp Pokemon cards?
Yeah, so I'm up at generally 5 a.m. at a Target or Walmart.
Okay, and then you're buying Pokemon cards and then you're selling them outside?
I sell them so children can't have them, but they have to pay like $150 for an ETB.
Jesus Christ. And then are you like showering at any point?
Well, you didn't ask about lunch.
Hey, what's up? We're asking people, hey, hi. I don't mean to startle you. We're asking people their morning routine.
I am Amish.
What? You're Amish. Okay. You can still talk. You can still talk to me, right? No. What's up, man? We're asking people their morning... You look so similar to a guy I was just talking to. We're asking people their morning routine.
Sax, baby.
You play the sax first thing you do when you wake up?
Of course, I wake up, I'm already holding it.
You wake up holding it?
I'm already holding it.
How many hours we talking?
All day, every day.
Wow, so this is your morning, afternoon, and evening routine.
Yeah, that's all I care about.
You're the coolest fucking guy I've ever met. What's up, dude?
I'm on that.
Yeah, I know.
Type shit.
Wait, what was that? Okay, so you're brushing your teeth.
I'm on that type shit.
Okay.
I'm on the
You're washing your face. So you wake up, you open your window, you wave outside, you brush your teeth, you wash your face.
I'm on that. Damn, what shirt should I wear type shit?
Okay, that's very explicit. You're looking for an outfit.
I'm on my...
You're looking at your different shirts.
It's pretty good type shit.
Do you take your shirt off the thing and look at it like this?
I'm on my...
I guess I've never thought of that, of just like picking up the shirt and looking at it. I guess it doesn't make a difference, right? If I see it in the dresser, why does holding it up matter? Sorry, I was having an aside. Hey man, what's up? What's your morning routine?
I woke up in the hospital this morning. These are citrus zins.
Yeah. Hey, hi, what's your morning? Oh my god. Hi, what's your morning routine?
Yo, I just got back from Burning Man!
Oh, that's sick. What did you do the first thing you did when you woke up there?
I ate dirt, did some ket.
Okay, ate dirt and then did ketamine?
Yeah!
Hey, are you part of a large family in this town?
I am. How'd you know?
Oh, wow, I'm meeting a lot. Anyway, sorry. What's your morning?
Rockefeller.
That's your last name?
Yeah.
What's your morning routine, dog?
Jazz, baby.
Jazz. But I notice you have a gun.
And I haunt the dreams of the school children.
I'm on my one leg.
Okay, so you're putting pants on.
Second leg type shit. I'm on my one sock, two sock type shit.
Put on the socks after the pants. I guess I do that too.
On my walk-in. Oh, what do we got?
Opening your fridge.
Type shit. Okay. Eggs type.
Hi, what's your morning routine?
Hi, yeah, I'm a construction worker. I wake up and I catcall Bette Midler.
Hi, I just saw another construction worker.
Yeah, I'm a construction worker. I wake up and I catcall Bette Midler.
No.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I am Darnell Salamander, and I will be reading some news tonight from our Discord. If you haven't already joined the Discord, and you can submit news stories like the ones you're about to see tonight. So, without further ado, it's time to start off with a softball here. Don't want to dive in too deep, too crazy, too fast. So, this one is just a nice feel-good piece. That's right. And it's gonna look like it is. Yep. Yep, this is a feel-good piece. The giant snake that is going to swallow the earth, as you all know. Turns out that they're doing it out of actually just being kind, and it's actually a good thing. It will go dark. It will go dark for about 30 days, but then we will come out of the rear end of the snake with a bunch of snake poop attached to the earth that we'll have to clean off. But we will survive. And the snake means well. So don't be afraid. It's only gonna suck for a little bit. And next up we have news in the world of pets. Yes, that's right. Your little doggies, your little kitties, your little lizards. They got something coming up. That's right. That's right. They will have the option to become human. Yes. We passed a bill that will allow your cat, dog, or other critter to make a transformation into a human, and you will become their daddy or their mommy. That's right. You will have to adopt them, and you can mark them as a dependent on your tax return. But they will have the option to become human, and if they do, they will get all of the rights of humans as one does. And you will have to feed them hamburgers and hot dogs instead of kibble. I don't make the rules. Next up, I know we had a couple fun ones, but this is actually a very sad story. A very tragic, horrible story that if you have any sensitive children and or people in the room, maybe it's best that you put them in the closet or something.
Put them in the closet?
Or another room. Closet just seems the fastest. Yes. Yep. Yep. In-N-Out has added a new item to the menu. And it is Michael. Yep. On top of the number 1, number 2, or number 3, you can order Michael. And a lot of people are pissed. They think the In-N-Out menu is perfect. There is nothing that could make it better. And unfortunately, In-N-Out thought, sorry, we're putting Michael on the menu, and he will read you Bible verses. Yes, he's going to read you from the book of Job. Yep. And what the hell else? We got
You're better at the image part than the lead-in.
I don't know.
The lead-in part's supposed to be the easy part.
Is it?
Yeah.
You don't even have to justify it.
You just say like this is about sports or whatever.
Oh yeah, this one's about sports or whatever. This is from the world of sports. That's right. Yep. Yep, Gordon Ramsay has come out with a new show, Chicken Fight, where you will have to fight your food before you cook it. That's right. He has concocted a magical potion that he gives to the chickens, the dead chickens, and they will come to life and grab whatever is sharpest near them, and you will have to fight them to the death in order to cook your food. And I don't fucking know. Watch it.
You had it. You had it.
You just gotta land the plane.
You had it. You do much better on the part that's harder.
This next one is from the world of music.
Perfect.
Yep.
If anybody likes to listen to the dulcet sounds of guitars or pianos, this next news story is for you. Yep. They made I Am the Walrus a real thing. Yes, your favorite Beatles song has now become an incarnate being, and they suck at music. Yeah, they really want to play it, but they can't, and they have this weird flute bucket tube that they keep wanting to play, and they keep passing it off as an instrument, but it's not. But you're gonna have to watch them. You're gonna have to, next.
You have it. You get so.
If you just don't end with like, I don't fucking know, whatever, this is stupid.
Doing it right.
It's perfect.
Maybe that's part of my thing. All right, and then in the news of military, yep, that's the armed forces. Things are heating up on the American armed forces because we got this happening.
Because we got this happening.
Yes, Buddy the vape dog has been weaponized. He has been militarized, and he is no longer just chilling and vaping. I know this is heartbreaking news to some people who just wanted to hang out and meet Buddy when he was chilling vaping, but he now has a machine gun that comes out of his chest, and if you do get near him, he will identify you as good or bad, and if you are bad, he will murder you. So just be wary of that. It's, I don't fucking know.
No, you got
Come on, man.
It's done.
You want to do another one?
End this next story.
In the world of vehicles.
World of vehicles?
The world of vehicles.
In the world of vehicles.
Listening.
We got something crazy. We got... Yep, the Dickle is back. The pizza you can ride. That's right. Yep. You want something to munch on and that will get you to school? Well, the Dickle is here for you. That's right. It's a kind of a floating giant pizza thing that you can hop on, and it will take you wherever you need to go. Kind of like a Waymo, but a Waymo tasty.
All right.
Perfect.
We're done.
Or whatever the fuck that was.
No, don't whatever the fuck. Give him one more here.
Give him another one?
Yeah, give him one more.
That one was good.
Yeah, but he's got this now. He's got the rhythm.
Fine, we'll do one more.
All right, this last story is from the world of medicine.
There we go.
Trying to make people better.
He's cooking.
That's what we're doing. Yep.
Who is this?
Yes, Hubert Skeletrix, the prescription man, who looks like a pill, has gone missing. We were going to hand out Hubert Skeletrix to every household so they could take one giant man pill and solve all of their illnesses, but unfortunately, he was stolen. So we gotta find him or something.
No, it was there.
We gotta find him or something. We gotta find him or something.
Whatever, bro.
That's it.
And we're back in the van. Welcome back, folks. My name, of course, is Carlisle Schumacher. I'm reporting live for Everything Now Network News, bringing you tonight's top stories from in and around the city of New York. And speaking of top stories, we've got one submitted by you, one of our subscribers. Yes, if you subscribe at any point during tonight's broadcast, you can submit your own breaking news story, just like this one. Let's see. Yep, this is from Associate Reporter Stagnation, who's reporting, Mr. Reporter, my stummy hurt. Yes, a medical story. If it bleeds, it leads. Hopefully you're doing okay, Stagnation, but we're going to be keeping an eye on that as tonight's proceedings progress. And what's that?
Did the snowman right there?
Did the snowman write that?
The snowman from the film The Snowman?
Did the snowman from the film The Snowman write that? We're gonna have to look further into that story to find out. But we've got another story.
Mr. Detective, I gave you all the clues. Remember?
Okay, I do remember that now. Mr. Detective, I gave you all the clues. Mr. Reporter, my stomach hurt.
That was a big cultural moment, inexplicably.
That was, yeah. Pretty bad reviews, it seems like, but the marketing was good. Associate reporter Awesome Sauce has been breaking tons of stories tonight. Thank you so much, Awesome Sauce. Here's another one. Due to unforeseen circumstances, Taco Tuesday in New York has been moved to Saturdays. Yes, that's right. Taco Tuesdays have become Taco Saturdays. Not quite the same ring to it, but those of us working during the day on Tuesdays rejoice as it's much easier now to get a taco. More on that at 11. But folks, we just need 16 more subscriptions before we can head back to the streets of New York to have some more street takes. And speaking of heading somewhere, let's figure out where we're heading in this dang van right now. Can someone remind me in the chat, where is the next location that we're going to? I've got so many interviews I got to do. I have a hard time keeping track of the dang thing. Where are we going next? Roller coaster? No, that's not right. The coal mine. The Dick Factory? No, I don't think it was that. The pizza parlor, the Walmart, the hair salon, the Idiot Factory. Okay, big industrial town, New York. We've got the Dick Factory and the Idiot Factory.
Idiot Factory, and everyone knew you.
There's also the Pussy Factory, but we're not heading there. No, I think it was the Pizza Factory. How about not a factory?
Pizza Factory's in the count.
We are headed to... I really want to take Candle Store because just like, what do you do there?
We've already taken one.
To the candle store.
We are going to. We've done. Wow, dog show would be interesting. How do we even show that?
Did we do that one?
I feel we've done them all now. We've definitely done the hockey rink.
Wait 10 more minutes.
The boardwalk, yes, of course, down at the boardwalk. Yes, the New York boardwalk, home to some of our greatest tourist attractions and also some of our more eccentric citizens, not to mention a bunch of tourists. Hopefully we'll find some people down there who we can talk to about what's going on here in New York, and what better place to do it at the seaside down by the boardwalk. So we're going to plug the boardwalk into the GPS here in the van and head down there where we've got a couple of interviews lined up with some of New York's most interesting people. But while we get that queued up, I just want to take this opportunity to remind our viewers at home of a few things. First of all, breaking story, Everything Now Show has a Patreon now, and if you haven't joined it, folks, what are you doing? For just $7 a month, you get a podcast every single week. For $10, you get a video version of that podcast. Sounds like a pretty good deal, and you can get signed up for it just by typing !Patreon in the chat following the link. And you get a discount if you sign up for a full year. Hello, this is Carlisle Schumacher.
Hey, man, you're going to the boardwalk?
We are, yes, we're headed to the boardwalk. We're going there right now.
What if we found, like, some ninjas or something, and they were all, like, fist fighting?
What? I don't know. I guess that would be cool.
Is there a Pepsi store at the boardwalk?
A Pepsi store? I don't think I've ever seen a Pepsi store. You mean just like a place where you could get a Pepsi, like a convenience store?
Nah, it's like their whole thing is Pepsi.
Like how there's like an M&M store in Times Square, but it's for Pepsi? I don't think they have that.
It's not quite a Pepsi factory, but it's more than like a pizzeria that sells Pepsi. It's
right.
In between.
Okay. I don't think they have that. I've never seen that.
Maybe you should go to the Engaged Walk.
What?
You're going to the boardwalk. It would be more interesting if you went to the Engaged Walk.
Okay. I got you there. I see what you did there.
Sorry, that was just a guy on the street.
Okay, where are you guys?
I told you, we're hucking cans on the freeway.
Okay, you should stop that. That's dangerous.
Well, we might have a cool story over here.
Okay, we shouldn't be creating news. We should just be reporting it.
Don't worry, we're hucking Coke cans because we hate that shit.
Okay.
We hate Coke. Pepsi.
Does this guy have some sort of allegiance to Pepsi?
We might, if we can see the logistics, if we can get under the hood, as it were. We might.
I'm going to hang up now.
What?
Folks, we're headed to the boardwalk. And producers driving the van, are we ready to head over there, or do I need to vamp for a little while longer?
No, we have a great look. We have a great one.
The way Chris is saying that is making me really nervous. Let's go.
Fuck, I hit
Let's... A beautiful sunset here at the now. Wow, this is actually really nice. I was expecting it to be all fucked up and like to be like a 2-second looping video or something, but this is actually quite lovely.
I just think it's funny that no one is there.
Well, that's interesting. Perhaps we'll find out about why nobody is here, at least in the background. Of course, I do have a couple of great interviews lined up that we'll be bringing out. Excuse me, stumbling over my words right now. We'll be bringing out a couple of incredible interviewees in just a moment. In fact, I think let's start with our first interviewee right about now. Come on out. Hi there.
Hi.
Now, this is the news. Would you like to introduce yourself to some of the folks at home who might not recognize you?
I like turtles.
Uh-oh. Yep. Yep. You might remember that voice from that iconic video. It's the I Like Turtles kid. Now, tell us, what have you been up to since that classic meme?
I had an opioid addiction.
Oh, no. Oh, yes. A tragic story and a beautiful story of overcoming the odds. You found yourself with an opioid addiction. Now tell us what led you down that path. You had such great success. You went on Ellen that one time. What led to the opioid addiction?
Ellen and bitches and hoes.
Ellen. Okay, so Ellen was the one who turned you on to opioids. Wow. Can you tell us a little bit about what that interaction was like?
She said, "Come in here, little boy." Then she put a belt on my arm, stuck a needle in my vein, and I was as high as the Red Hot Chili Peppers in the Vapor Room 1998.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Ellen, you
Take
will...
me to the bridge downtown is where I drew some blood under the bridge downtown. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying, and it's sad, but also sort of beautiful. Now, tell us, after you were falling into the grasp of opioid addiction, did you have a rock bottom moment? Did you have a moment that said, you know what, I got to turn my life around? Because frankly, you look great right now. Tell us, maybe for someone struggling at home with an opioid addiction, where you found yourself and how you got out.
Well, my bitch, she told me I wasn't paying child support. And I said to myself, what type of man am I? My pops was never around. And then I took the needle out of my vein, but the track marks had gotten all over my body. So I had gangrene. So then I went to the hospital, and they said, we're going to have to amputate your arm. And then I said, but I can't wank off without no arm. So then I put the needle down.
Tale as old as time. Yes, the story we've heard over and over again, but it still rings true to this day. Now, obviously, you've escaped addiction and you've written a memoir. Can you tell the people at home about the memoir, the title of the book?
I like turtles.
Yep, I Like Turtles obviously jumps off of the shelf here at all the Now York bookstores, and I understand that you've actually prepared an excerpt that you have memorized from the memoir. Would you like to just tell us, give us a little bit of a reading from the book?
Absolutely. I actually have it on my cell phone.
Oh, you wrote? Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Chapter 7, Under the Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
I went down with Dirty Mike and the boys. We saw some bitches in a box. We went in the box. There was a needle. Someone said, where's my dignity? Where's my life? I remember when I had drive. I said, we can't think about that right now, big boy. And someone said, you're gonna have to suck my wiener for this. And I said, that's okay, I just turned 18. And then I did it.
Wow, powerful stuff.
Also, hold on. The chapter ends with, I like turtles.
Yep. And it's a brief chapter, but it's powerful. And now I understand it that part of the new program that you've created, your own 5-step program to escaping opioid addiction, is the first step is to purchase and read your book. Can you tell us about the other 4 steps of the process and how you can promise people at home that they can escape addiction using this process?
2, get a bitch who's on the straight and narrow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Yep.
If your bitch is shooting up, you're gonna be shooting up too.
You can't do it alone. What else? Buy and read your book. Get a bitch who's on the straight and narrow.
3, respect your parole officer and show up to work on time.
That's right, yes. Create a routine. Get a dependable relationship with your parole officer. Yes, what's step 4?
4, do not fuck
your parole officer's wife.
That's right. And some people might say that sounds like it's the absence of a step. It's to not do something. Some people might say, I was never going to do that in the first place. My parole officer is a woman. She does not have a wife. And to that I say, think about all the lesbian parole officers out there. She might have a wife. Maybe wake up. It's 2025. Female parole officers can have wives.
I wish my girl was a lesbian, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay. I don't know that I necessarily track that. Buy and read your book. Get a bad bitch who is on the straight and narrow. Get a parole officer and go to work on time. Don't fuck your parole officer's wife. And finally, the final step that ties it all together.
Love God.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And by God, you mean...
bitches.
That's right. Amen. God is not just a woman. God is multiple women. Yep, it's 2025, people. Wake up. God is multiple women. I love turtles. I understand that, and that is the name that you've been going by, right?
I legally changed it. It's also tattooed on the back of my ass.
That's right. I like turtles. We do have an expert calling in. I want to give you an opportunity to talk to them here. If you want to come, or actually, where you should go this way. No, you're right. We should go this way a little bit because they're gonna appear. They're gonna appear like basically right where you're standing right now.
This way?
Yeah. Come. Be like kind of like right here. That's perfect. Let's patch in our expert right now. It's Mr. Poop. This is what happens when you say, I'm cool with whatever. Just give me whatever name.
Just give me a name. Hi, I'm Mr. Poop. I'm an expert in the sensational thing sweeping the nation, viral kids.
Yes.
You know, these kids, they don't know what's going on. They make a fun little comment on TV, and suddenly the entire world has got a hold of them. They've defined them. And suddenly they've lost their personality and identity and are beholden to the whim of the internet. Mm-hmm. And we think that's awesome. Mm-hmm. And here's the best thing about it. You can do that with pretty much any kid. Kids are always saying stupid stuff. You can grab your camera, and now this is to any parents of some young children out there. Go ahead and grab a camera and film pretty much anything your kid is doing all the time. Try to get something out of context and then post it at whim. Just post it all over the internet. Try to make them feel like they're stupid. Show them all these little comments going, everyone thinks you're dumb, everyone's making fun of you and your stupid little comments. And then, next thing you know, they're going to be basically living like the guys, the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Under the bridge.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Incredible insights, Mr. Poop. And I know you're a very busy guy, so we're going to have to let you go. But for those of us who are wondering how someone like I Like Turtles fits into that equation, someone who pretty much there's a one-to-one causal effect of their rising to fame and falling deep into opioid addiction, how do you square that with what you just said about it being totally fine for kids to have viral moments?
Opioids, an amazing American product. And thanks to these kids, we have opioids all over the streets. People are doing them, people are distributing them, and that's great for the economy. So thank you so much. If you're a parent out there, film your child. Put their stuff on the internet. Get them hooked on stuff. And then they will sleep with their parole officer's wife.
Yo, I can't come over right now. I'm trying to be on the straight and narrow.
And stop that kid from doing that. Get that kid on the horse again.
Thank you, Mr. Poop. We appreciate your insights on that. And thank you, I Like Turtles. I hope that you continue to succeed in your journey of recovery. Is there anything else you'd like to tell the people at home while we've got you there?
I Like Turtles. And Denise, if you're watching this, I'm sorry.
Wow. Denise, I hope you hear that message. I just realized that the graphic still says we're at the nursing home. That is incorrect. We are no longer at the nursing home. We are now at the pier. I am Carlisle Schumacher reporting live for the Everything Now Network News. I guess we're at the boardwalk, technically, which is different from the pier. Both of them adjacent to the water, both of them made of wood, but structurally different. We've got another breaking story I'm being told from our subscribers, and a reminder to our viewers at home that if we just get 13 more subscriptions, we'll head back to Street Takes for some more Gen Z reporting on the streets of New York. But in the meantime, let's hear what we've got from our associate reporter who submitted this story. It's Oh Hey It's Devin is breaking the story. God has announced a new book of Bible, Bitches. Wow. We've all been waiting for the new book to drop, and it is Bitches. Move over. What's the last one prior to that?
Book of Mormon?
Book of Mormon? I guess, yeah, that's one of the newer ones for sure. And here's another story from Awesome Sauce. Wow, thank you so much, Awesome Sauce. You've broken so many stories tonight. This one says, studies show that New York opioids aren't addictive, and it is actually a placebo effect. Are any of the drugs in this damn town real? Does anyone know where I can get some real drugs? Jeez. I'm hearing Under the Bridge downtown. Anyway, folks, if you want to break your own story for me to read on the news tonight, go ahead and subscribe. But in the meantime, I think it's time to meet our next interviewee. Yes, come on out.
Sorry, my fucking drone.
Oh, goodness. Oh, careful now. Uh-oh.
Oh, my God.
Hi there. Hi, sir.
Yeah, hi, how's it going?
Can you tell the viewers at home who you are and what brings you to the boardwalk today?
Hello, Howard, Lithuania, or as most people here call me, the guy with the drone.
Yes, it's Howard Lithuania, a.k.a. the Drone Man of New York. Now, Howard, I'm sure a lot of us here in New York are familiar with seeing your drone in the air, but many of us might not be familiar with the man behind the drone. Tell us, how did you get into drone operating, and what makes your drone special?
Well, my drone is special because I have to stay directly beneath it at all times, or it doesn't quite work. It's an older model, as you could see, and I got into it from my cousin, who got rid of it when he got married, and it got kind of lame, you know?
I did notice that. And now, Howard, I would be remiss if I didn't start this story off by talking about the airline tragedy that happened just weeks ago, where your drone was actually the cause of a helicopter crash, killing 2 pilots here in New York. A lot of people say you were to blame for that, for flying your drone in restricted airspace. How do you respond to that?
Well, I'm taking precautions now. That's why I have the goggles.
Right.
Because obviously I wandered into the Atlantic Ocean and I could not see where the drone was, which is why I lost control. And it will not happen again. I promise.
Got it. Okay, and that's a guarantee from Howard. Now, Howard, obviously, some people feel like there are privacy concerns associated with drone operations. When people are flying their drones, they have cameras. Sometimes they're seeing into windows or private spaces that citizens might not ordinarily have access to. Is there anything that you can say to our viewers at home that might make them feel a little bit more comfortable about seeing a drone in the air over their head?
Yeah, I'm looking and I like what I see.
Okay. I don't know that that's necessarily going to quash any of those anxieties, but tell us, what is it? Maybe you can. Oh, okay.
Jeez. Sorry, I also hurt my leg.
I noticed that. Is the injury to your leg associated with your drone operation at all?
What do you think?
Seems like yes, based on everything that I've seen so far.
I did. I fell right off the pier. Hurt it pretty bad. Fractured my ankle.
I see. So it does seem like there is some danger associated with the fact that you need to be watching your drone at all times and also moving your body spatially throughout the space.
That is true.
That is true.
But can we just take a moment, please, and look how beautiful she is up there.
It is very large.
It's huge. That was the problem. It's almost the size of a copter.
It is, yes. It is, and I can see how that would make it a challenge to avoid were it to be veering towards any sort of aviation machine, plane, helicopter, or otherwise. Now, I want to get into some of the things that you've seen. Now, you obviously have a blog online where you post some of the more interesting things that you've seen using your drone. Do you want to maybe give our viewers a sampling of maybe the top 3 things that you've seen while operating this drone?
Yes, I saw actually Governor Phil Murphy cheating on his wife.
Wow! Yes, you were the one to break that story. That was an incredible piece of reporting.
Thank you. Yeah.
Two other things that you saw while you were operating the drone.
I saw a big shark.
One big shark. Our governor acting in infidelity, and then a big shark, and third,
I saw a big whale.
2 large marine animals and an acting sitting governor engaging in extramarital sex. You heard it here first, folks. These are just some of the things that you can see with a drone. Now, obviously, some people at home...
Can I just say, I love when normal citizens get access to, like, military stuff.
I was actually just about to ask about that. Now, I've noticed just from viewing it down here that there appear to be, from down here, what I see as missiles or some sort of conical shaped devices. Is this drone armed, and if so, to what end?
Yeah, so that's was actually commissioned by Phil Murphy's wife. She said, if you see him cheating again, use him.
Got it. I see. So you've actually armed your drone under the auspice of stopping who is still currently our congressman from continuing to engage in extramarital sex.
That's true. That's true.
Now, for citizens at home who might be worried that this type of technology could be used, is everything okay?
Yeah, it's just getting a little hot.
Oh, okay. All right. Should I be wearing a helmet or something?
You definitely should.
Okay. Can production get me a helmet, please?
Yeah, one sec. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Okay, I think
Perfect. Thank you.
I think I got her under control. I think I got her.
Okay. Now, for those of us who might be a little bit worried that having something flying over our head like this that could drop and injure somebody at any time, what do you say to those people who are worried to make them feel a little bit more at ease about the drone being above their head?
I say mind your dang business. There's people who live by, big trees, mountains. They're not worried about stuff falling on them, okay? Grow up.
Sure. Understandable. All right, well, out of fear for my own safety and the safety of my crew, I do feel like we need to cut this interview short, but I want to give you an opportunity before we let you go to say whatever it is that you want to say to the viewers at home, either about your drone or otherwise.
Yeah, I just want to say, those mystery drones that we saw in the sky over New Jersey like a year ago now, not me, that was a different guy. It's not me.
Got it. Well, you heard it here first. You heard it here first, folks.
Shit.
Thank you so much. Take care, and please walk far away from me.
Oh shit.
Ugh.
I went in the ocean again, fuck!
He went in the ocean again.
Call the lifeguard!
He's back in the ocean. At least he's got his goggles this time, folks. Wow, what an incredible human interest story that you can only find here at the Everything Now Boardwalk. And we're just 13 subs away from hitting our goal again, folks, so keep those subscriptions coming and keep those stories coming. Producer, did we have any other subscriber stories in the meantime?
No.
Not a single story. Incredible stuff. Folks, well, I could use some more investigative journalism from you, our independent reporters in the chat. I could always use some more journalism. But in the meantime, while we wait for those independent stories to come in from our subscribers, let's go ahead and take our next interview. Yes, come on out. We're ready for you. Uh-oh, look who it is. Yes, Now Yorkers will recognize this face. Hello, yes, a staple of the Now York Boardwalk. Sir, if you want to come over here, and maybe for some folks who haven't been to the Boardwalk, you can introduce yourself.
It's me, Gallagher 3.
That's right, folks. We've got Now York Boardwalk staple Gallagher 3. Now, Gallagher, you've been performing here at the Now York Boardwalk for nearly 20 years now, and you've seen it all. Can you tell us a little bit about what brought you to the Boardwalk in the first place and what keeps you coming to this day?
What keeps me coming here is they don't kick me out outside of the Pepsi store.
Pepsi store? Man, I have not... people keep telling me about this fucking Pepsi store. Now, Gallagher, obviously some of your performance here have been fairly polarizing. Some people say that the violent nature of your act is potentially traumatizing to some of the younger people here at the Boardwalk. Can you tell us about what elements of your performance might be drawing those types of criticism and how you dispel those criticisms?
Right. Well, I don't use the hammer anymore. I'm not allowed.
Right.
What I do now is a more tightened up version of the show where I'm on roller skates. Like the old things where he was on roller skates. Does anybody remember those?
Sure.
Yeah. He goes, "P.U., who's smoking? Who's smoking out there? P.U."
Now, when you say he, you're of course talking about Gallagher, who you refer to as Gallagher 1.
Yes.
That is, of course, for those of us unfamiliar, the comedian who I think for a long time had a residency in Las Vegas, Nevada. His act primarily revolved around smashing watermelons with a hammer. Your act, to be different, as I understand it, was smashing small woodland creatures with a hammer, which is, I think, why it was that you were no longer able to use a hammer. Is that a fair assessment?
Yes.
Now, tell us, what is it that led you to make that decision, and how has it been since having your hammer taken away? How have you adapted your act?
Well,
you doing okay? You seem like you're really out of breath.
I can't believe it. To be fair, I do smoke cigarettes. Excuse me. I do smoke cigarettes, even though I say it's P.U. stinky, like in the old Gallagher bits.
Gallagher 1.
Yes. And here's what people don't know. You don't have to be related to Gallagher to do the act.
Mm-hmm.
Even though his brother did Gallagher 2, anybody's allowed to pick up the Gallagher mantle.
That's right, and crucially, you aren't related to Gallagher, is that right?
That's correct!
You met him at in an airport smoking section in Las Vegas, as I understand it.
Yep, and then I chased him around county fairs for the rest of his career. We weren't friends!
Now, Gallagher 3, some people say that your act is an offense and affront to the people who are just trying to enjoy their time here at the boardwalk. You've been arrested multiple times, and yet you keep coming back. What is it about the Now York boardwalk that is so special, so crucial to your act? What keeps you coming back?
What keeps me coming back to the Now York? I'm trying to look at it. The boardwalk.
Yeah, I can understand you get emotional. This has been your home for nearly 20 years.
It's been my home for nearly 20 years. And what keeps me coming back is the people.
Mm-hmm.
The people all around the Pepsi store.
Right.
They've got everything in there. Hats.
Well, probably just mostly Pepsi, right?
Hats. Scarves. For soccer games.
Amen.
Scarves for soccer games?
Sorry, am I being booed?
It does seem like that, and this sort of speaks to your reputation here as, I don't want to say a villain, but maybe a foil to some of the more cheerful and wholesome. Okay, you're not supposed to have that. Hey, you're not supposed to have that. You're not supposed to have that. Hey, you're not supposed to have that.
How about it?
Do not kill. That is a perfectly innocent mouse on the floor right now. Gallagher 3, do not smash that thing with a hammer. Do not. Oh my God. Oh my Jesus.
I guess that's funny.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Gallagher 3.
Damn, that exploded crazy style.
Ugh, it's on my shoes. It's on my shoes. I don't know what the bit is. Seems like he just killed an animal.
There's plenty of bits of it now.
I guess there's okay, and therein lies the bit. Folks, we just need 13 more subs.
We're getting it.
I don't know how much more plainly I can put it, but if we get it, we'll head back to Street Takes. In the meantime, let's do another interview. Come on out. Yep. Hi there, sir.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing well, and how are you?
Good, I'm Rudy. I'm a lifeguard around here.
Yes, Rudy is part of the incredible team here at Now York's beaches and oceanfront property that keeps us safe. Now, Rudy, you were telling me before we got on the air that there's been an increase in ocean-related emergency. Thank you, Anonymous, for the 10 gifted subs. That's what it's all about.
There we got it.
And there we got it. Thank you for all those subscriptions, folks. I knew we could do it. But, Rudy, you were telling me about an influx or an increase in ocean-related emergencies recently. Can you tell me a little bit about what's going on and what you're doing to stop it?
People drowning all over this damn river. It drives me.
Well, it's interesting that you describe this body of water that way.
Yeah. Here's my deal.
Mm-hmm.
I got into this because of one thing. The 90s TV show Baywatch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I saw Hasselhoff, I saw Pam Anderson, and I went, I want to be one of those people.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I wear blue jeans to the beach.
Those jeans are soaking wet.
That's right, they are.
I noticed they're drenched. That's got to be heavy.
Yes. I don't know how to swim. I don't know what most bodies of water are called, so I default to call them all river.
Mm-hmm.
And I cannot help you if you're drowning. I'm here to be beautiful. I'm here to be running in slow motion down the beach. I'm here to be hitting on the other lifeguards, who are all, unfortunately, mostly 19-year-old boys with really bad acne.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really fun for me.
Now, and we're going to be bringing in an expert shortly to speak to some of the ocean-related incidents that we've seen over the course of the time. But I want to get into something that you were telling me about your philosophy when it comes to keeping our beaches safety. Now, crucially, where most people at home probably think things like being able to swim, being able to administer CPR, having access to important medication and equipment for these medical emergencies is crucial. You approach the beach in what you call vibe-based safety. Can you tell us more about what vibe-based safety means to you?
Yeah, for me, keeping the beach's safety is one thing only. It's creating a vibe where everyone feels like, damn, it's fucking sick what's going on here. Look, everyone looks fucking beautiful right now.
Right.
Everything's all scenic and lovely. The things are moving in slow motion. Little problem, and I'm learning this on the job. People don't move in slow motion. When someone's drowning, they're doing it in normal, real time. That doesn't really help me. So I'm telling everyone when they're drowning, I'm going, just try to like look cool when you're doing it or something. Try to create a vibe where I can like really majestically sort of pick you out of the water, and then there's like a beautiful lady over there and she's like, wow, that was really brave, and I'm like, just a day's work for me. But no, instead I start crying and asking for someone to come help that guy, please.
Now, this job isn't the first job that you've taken. You found yourself in this position after a series of employment stints in different parts of the Now York government. Can you tell us a little bit about what other positions you served in before you found yourself as a lifeguard and how those experiences went?
Yeah, before I was a lifeguard, I tried to be a paramedic. Can't drive a car. That was pretty tough for me. I would get behind the wheel. I would have to go reverse. Very scary to have to do. I start crying in the seat. I'd wait for someone to come basically put me in the passenger seat and then drive around for me. Usually not a paramedic. Usually it's just some helpful bystander. So I quickly got fired from that job.
I did notice also in some of the reporting about your layoff from that particular job that there was criticism regarding your attire. You decided to be shirtless and wearing jeans for that as well. I think some people found that to be inappropriate for a job like that. Can you tell us what about the jeans and no shirt look is so crucial to your positions as a safety professional?
I don't know, man. Why don't you tell me?
I feel like it fairly much speaks for itself.
That's right.
It seems like somebody's in trouble right now.
Oh God, someone help that guy!
Well,
someone help that guy!
You probably should, right?
Someone grab that guy!
Rudy, you should probably... There's a riptide, Rudy. You should probably get out there.
Got a riptide.
It's not a river. That's not a river.
Oh no, it's a little boy.
Oh, he's going under. Oh. I'm not sure what hiding is going to do. Should I do something? I don't feel equipped to do this. I've got the news to report.
My son is dying!
Who's it? Gallagher 3 saved me!
Wait,
thank God.
Gallagher 3 just pulled that guy out of the water.
Thank God, and I was about to act.
Holy shit.
Hey, you, he's stinky!
Well, folks.
Gallagher 3 thinks he's stinky? Or is Gallagher 3 stinky?
It's hard to do. There's no way to know.
That's because I was so scared.
Got it. Gallagher 3 says that kid is
me too, kid.
His pants.
Me too.
Well, Rudy, we've got an expert, so we're gonna scooch this way.
Want me to go over here?
No, that's actually worse.
Okay.
Because that's where the expert's gonna be. And look at that, we've got Sherlock Holmes calling in. Hi, Sherlock, can you hear me?
Hello, I'm Sherlock Holmes, and I can definitely hear you.
Excellent. Now, Mr. Holmes, you're obviously an expert in crimes and specifically ocean crimes, which we find ourselves on the boardwalk here. We've got something of a safety expert here. Can you tell us about some of the crimes you've seen at the boardwalk and how they might have been solved if there was someone here to sort of watch the beach?
Well, yes, normally I'm in London town, scouring the streets for prostitutes and serial killers, but we have moved our practice, me and my sidekick, Robert Downey Jr., to Now York's boardwalk, we see dolphins dealing in crimes, we see whales selling their bodies to mermaids, it's crazy!
That sounds insane.
Whales are selling their bodies to mermaids all over this damn city.
It's a huge issue, and my expertise on that is whales. Pick up a Bible.
That's right. Now, not enough people are talking about it, Mr. Holmes, but you are a firm believer in the teachings of Jesus Christ. Help us understand how it is that the teachings of Jesus Christ have helped you solve some of your greatest mysteries.
Yes, thank you so much, Colin. Is that your name?
Nope.
Okay, well, thank you, Colin. The Bible has helped me because when I'm, knee-deep in some sort of prostitution, SVU, Russian kids getting trafficked type of thing, I think about how Jesus would say, he who throws the first stone shall not judge. And I dig right in. Does that make sense?
It sure doesn't, Mr. Holmes, but the machinations of the mind of a genius are somewhat of an enigma to a layman like me. Oh, it sounds like you're brain blasting right now.
I just got a vision. Gallagher, he's a child molester.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, we should probably let you go so we can figure that out.
Gallagher 3 picked up that kid, and they're both gone.
No, I must go. Robert Downey Jr., wait for me.
Farewell, Mr. Holmes. And Rudy, thank you so much for giving us your time.
Thank you, Colin. I love that stuff you do
not my name.
With Michael, where you guys say racist stuff.
I'm not. You're thinking of Colin Jost.
My ice cream cone is probably gonna fall in like a minute and a half. Hopefully somebody can save me, but not too fast.
Wow. I better slowly get over there right now.
Oh no, it seems like there's gonna be an emergency in about 90 seconds over there. And there he goes, folks. He's jumping into action. Wow.
He's not really doing like the sexy run.
No, he's just kind of walking really slow. He's just walking slow.
I thought he was gonna do like a slow, sexy run.
Oh, he's coming back.
Moving backwards.
No, the moment's gone.
Help!
Well, folks, that was Rudy.
Here.
That was Rudy. Now York's jeans wearing lifeguard. Just one of the many incredible people here at the Now York Boardwalk, and I think we've met basically everybody there is to meet at the boardwalk, and just in time too, because we've got to throw it over to our reporter on the street, who's going to be doing. Yep, that's you, Chris. So get in costume, but. To buy Chris some time to get into costume for this next segment, why don't we read some more stories?
You're breaking news from where?
From the board. Oh, I'm breaking news from Mr. Poop, it seems.
Hey, man.
Okay. All right. The graphics department's having a lot of fun. Associate reporter Awesome Sauce with what seems like their 20th story of the night. Thank you so much, reporter Awesome Sauce, for breaking this story. Now York man wears jeans to beach to help cover up the fact he wet himself. Wow.
I think he owned that.
Okay, it's okay. Some conflicting stories here. It sounds like someone just out of frame said, "I think he owned that." I guess we'll have to continue to monitor this story as it proceeds. And do we have any other breaking stories, producer, before we throw it to Street Takes?
No.
No. Excellent. You'll love to hear it, folks. Well, I think that'll just about do it for me, Carlisle Schumacher, with Everything Now Network News. I'll leave you with this: join the Patreon, and we'll see you at Street Takes.
What's up, YouTube? What's up, TikTok? And a solemn good morning to the extra Chinese TikTok. I'm out here asking people questions on the street, getting to know them. We were asking people their morning routine earlier. What else can we ask them? What else can we ask these people? What else can we... Best local food? Night routine, best hairstyle, share a useful pro-life tip. Oh, interesting. Favorite Coldplay song, best factory, best wig, smash or pass. How do you take your coffee? That's interesting. Hair care routine. Hair care routine. Thank you, Benedetto. Hair care routine. What's your hair care routine? I know for me, I go to the barber and I say, give me the extra broccoli this time. And then I try to keep a hairnet around me at all times when I'm not making one of these videos, until it's time to get a haircut again. But then, it looks great. Look at this. Look at this. Haven't gotten this hair wet in 3 months. Hi, we're asking, what's your hair care routine?
I'm on my...
Okay, looks like you're taking a shower.
Type shit.
Okay.
On my...
Opening shampoo. Okay. Putting it in your hair.
Type shit. I'm on my...
Washing the shampoo out of your hair, it feels like. Opening, that's conditioner, I'm assuming, though you haven't said anything.
Type shit.
And now, and you're immediately rinsing the conditioner out? You got... Hey man, what's up? We're asking people their hair care routine.
Yeah, you don't have to wash that shit.
You don't have to wash your hair at all?
No.
Damn, so you are just not touching your hair in a day-to-day?
Not touching it, and then every time before I go to sleep, I play the sax, baby.
That's sax. Hey, what's up? We're asking people their hair care routine.
My favorite Coldplay song is Viva La Vida!
Okay. Yeah, we're asking their... Oh, it's... Yep, okay, so what's next? Now you're toweling off.
Type shit.
Toweling off, yeah. Oh, you wrap. No
shit.
Product. Just out of the shower and then
shit.
wrap.
I'm on my...
Taking off the wrap.
Type shit. I'm on my...
And then you shake it out. After. Hi, we're asking people their hair care routine, and I'm not saying that to be... I'm sorry if that's...
Are you for real?
Hi, we're asking people their hair care routine.
Oh, yeah, so I just take whatever gum I like, your gum of choice, and I stick it on the girl in class that I fancy.
Well, that's... I guess that is caring for hair in an indirect way, yeah.
Yeah.
But what about... And then she likes you after that?
Hopefully.
Let me fix this. Hey,
Oh. Then I'm on my...
Blow dry. You towel, you shake it out, and then you blow dry.
Type shit.
That cannot be the right way to do it. Hi, we're asking people their hair care routine.
Well, I have none, but I listen to Poison.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that's different guy. I'm sorry. You don't have any hair at all?
Not up here.
What's your hair care routine for down there?
That's easy. Lotion.
She's dead.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry to interrupt. Hi, I hate to cut you off, but what's your hair care routine?
My sister's dead.
Oh, that's such a bummer. What's your hair care routine? Just like tell me real quick and then you can get back to your get back to hearing about it.
I washed it. What do you want from me? You're so weird. Look at your outfit.
What? I look awesome right now. Hey!
Sorry, I can't hear you, boss. I'm going to the gun range.
Oh, okay. I mean, what's your hair care routine?
I can't hear you, boss.
Hang on, I gotta get this right. Okay, so what's your hair care routine?
I'm on my...
You buzz it after. Every time you work on your hair, you buzz down the middle. That's what I'm hearing? That can't be right.
Type shit. That's our show, folks. We're the Everything Now Show. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, follow us on Twitch, right the freak now. And follow us on all of our other social platforms, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. We're posting weekly sketches. That's right.
We're posting.
New sketch coming tomorrow. It's a crazy one. It's quotable.
It's going to be quotable.
It's going to be our most quotable
for
sketch
sure.
yet.
So make sure to follow us on all those things. Join the Patreon. At any paid tier, you get a discount on merch, like this poster, which is signed by us. All posters are signed and numbered by us. We only made 100 of them, and they're almost gone, so get them.
There are. This one's actually getting shipped later, so there's only 27 left. Is that right? There may be even less.
There's probably even less.
We're never gonna make them again. Or if you want another chance to get them, you can come and get them at our live show, which is happening this Saturday at DSP. If you want to come, hop in the Discord or DM us on Instagram, and we will save you a seat. And yeah, come watch us. You can get some merch in person. It'll be a great time.
I just like to wear this jacket out about.
Nah.
Out about?
Like Alex said, you're going to want to join the Patreon at any paid tier to get a discount, but you can also join the Patreon for free, and then you'll get extra bonus Everything Now content, including outtakes from our sketches. There's already one up on the Patreon right now, and we're probably going to post another one sometime this week, so you don't even have to pay to join the Patreon, but if you do, for $7, you get a podcast every single week. For $10, you'll get a video version of that podcast. And for $90, first of all, you're an insane person. But secondly, you will get a free piece of merch every time we drop one, access to all of the other shit, and a shout out at the end of every single episode of the Everything Now Show, including this one. So thank you to Sentinel, Creative Steve 69, Caboose 967, New Dark 90, and of course, Rewardian. Thank you guys so much to our hot dog standees. You guys are keeping the lights on. We really appreciate it. But like I said, you can join at any tier to support the Everything Now Show. We really appreciate it. And follow all of our other shit, because we're dropping content on all these platforms. But is there any other housekeeping that we need to do before we bring in our incredible guests? Okay.
And thank you so much to our incredible guests. Come on out, everybody. Come on out.
Come on into the dollhouse,
Thank you so much, Matt, Miranda, and Tyler. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for doing it. Yes. Get
in the freaking house. Strike a pose.
Thanks for coming back. Of course. Tyler, Miranda, thank you for doing the show for the very first time.
This is amazing.
You all crushed. Is there any? We've got all your Instagram handles here. But is there anything you'd like to plug or promote?
My novel coming out next year. Your favorite.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Check it out in a year.
Check it out.
Check it out in a year. Don't forget.
Watch this space. Novel coming 1 year.
Dropping.
Go to the Everything Now show this weekend, guys.
Check it out.
Come on.
Come see us.
Check it out. Check their sketch dropping.
Check their sketch dropping.
Sketch dropping tomorrow.
I've removed myself
on all social platforms.
Check their shit out. They're so funny on here.
That's what they're
Not
saying.
my humor, but.
Shout out to the chat.
Shout out to the chat.
Come on.
Shouts out, chat.
Shouts out, chat. And the live show's not BYOB. We will be
We will be supplying.
BYB.
So thank you all so much for doing it. This was a banger. Who we rating?
We're gonna rate ourselves.
We're gonna rate ourselves.
We're gonna rate our
Watch some
damn
reruns
channel.
of this very show. We're gonna go to the Hangout channel now, and if you haven't followed the Hangout channel yet, follow that. And yeah, that's it. We'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. for a daytime episode of the show.
That's right.
Flight Risk with James Mannion and Molly Kiernan. So check it out. We'll see you back here in a little bit of time.
Less than 24 hours.
Fuck.
That's right.
Old people fuck.
That's the moral
Never
of today's
forget.
episode.
Never forget. Love the characters, guest, says Logan the Brogan.
Thank you.
Agree.
UCB Energy, loved it.
That's right.